everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. This is the second time this season that these NFC rivals will square off, and it promises to be a good one. It always is when these two divisional foes get together, especially the second time around when there's a score to settle from game one. It's the Cardinals going up against the Rams.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field, and when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Out of the gun now on third down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
Brandon, there's 2 weeks to go in the regular season, so you know the pressure is ramped up in so many ways. People have to win games, try and get their bonuses, the whole deal. But how about trying to close out an MVP award?
Just 2 weeks to go. There has to be a lot of pressure, though. We talked about that in previous weeks, sitting on his shoulder.
Yeah, he can talk all he wants about, I don't listen to that, and there's no pressure. All we're doing is trying to win games. He knows, we all know, he's been the one who's been leading the pack. Let's see if he can close it out.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And Cooks hands it over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week.
And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Jared Goff taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Telvin Smith in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. A first down carry here for Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Roberts with it over the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. It's a tight game here early. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Seth Roberts, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a first down throw. Goff escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And that's complete to Cooks. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver, because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the defense for Los Angeles as they head out to set up shop. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electrifying hits in this one.
And these are for real, okay? As you watch, think about putting yourself in that spot, about being the ball carrier or the receiver.
I don't want to.
And then taking that shot, it is something else. It's not like when we were watching that video clip where they showed you how they make sounds for movies. This is for real.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big run there by Johnson. 53 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier. Was bidding for a 2nd. They run with Logan. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This one taken just inside the 10. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. Here's Gall. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 1:59 to go in the first half. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one.
Going to be a busy man at intermission. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. It's a big conversion there for the Rams on 3rd down. 41 yards on the ground. From the red zone now, Goff. Flushed out right. And he's got it. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play that time for the Rams. And even 40 yards. Gone. And this one's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. On 2nd down, Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Back to throw, Goff. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Buda Baker with a pick. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you across the country to Orlando. Standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, back to you in Charles in a bit. But first, let's get you caught up on all the highlights from the first half. The Rams trail at home at halftime. The Cardinals have come in and looked good as the road team and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. All right, let's roll those highlights. Now 1st and 10, Johnson's going to take off here, and this run goes for a touchdown as they get out to a 7-0 lead. 1st and 10, Goff's going to look for space, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. The Rams tie it up at 7. Cardinals take it early in the 2nd. Roberts going to haul in the pass. It ends up working for a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 7. Now early in the 2nd quarter, the catch in traffic made by Cooks, and he'll be tackled at the 16-yard line. Rams still on the field. He'll get out of the pocket to complete the pass. And a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. We're brand new at 14. Now 1st and 10, Johnson's going to spin out of trouble, and he'll be tackled at the 6-yard line. Sticking with the same drive, Logan's going to show off his strength, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. That puts them up by a touchdown. Rams with the ball late in the half. Pass coverage will break down here, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. Rams tied up at 21, staying late in the half. Here the pass will be completed into coverage. This play goes for a score. Cardinals is up now by 7. Still late in the first half, here the defense will come up with the pick. Baker's reading the play and comes away with it, ending the drive. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the 2nd half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
A gain of 32 that time.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So they're going to go for 2. A shotgun snap for Goff. Forced out to his left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And now running right through it. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah. The unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This is Logan. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Pass interference. Defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
Zerline out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Telvin Smith in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for him there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Goff on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Eight yards to go here on second down. Throwing now, Goff, eluding the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Underneath for Johnson. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Block it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. He'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20, 10, 5. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Zerline now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They'll set up a throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Aqib Talib. We've seen a lot of interceptions from Talib over the years, and that was a big one to help seal this win.
He has such good ball skills, just always seems to be around it. And when he gets a chance to make a winning play, as we just saw there, he tends to take it.
Goff going to throw it. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Escaping the pressure right. Going up top for Cup. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Los Angeles, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park.